Today is the worst day on the internet, at least one of them. Article 13 has been approved and voted for. I have my mate here.
Cheers, boys.
So I have my mate here, and we're gonna discuss Article 13 and everything that we can about it. And also, we might discuss the new 5G technology, but later on that. So, first off, I just read an article that the Article 13 system will be an automated filter with machine learning or AI or whatever. And I made a note here which says it's the first example, like this whole system is the first example of AI or machine learning or whatever fucking us over. What comes next? What?
Basically, meme recognition if it's copyrighted, eh?
Uh, yes, and not just that. Osterman just recently put my notes that I wrote into Google Translate for I don't know why, but Google Translate automatically filtered like the word here no memes in chat or emotes. There's a sentence in my notes that is like that, and it wasn't translated. Could you send me that picture over the speak file transfer?
Sure, give me a second here.
So that happened. It actually happened. He made a screenshot of that, and it actually happened. They just voted it. It just got approved, but it's already taken action. What comes next? And okay, let's just focus on what the creators of stuff get.
I can't upload.
You cannot can't. Oh yeah, because you have guest access.
Yep.
Hold on. Set server group.
Just
Maybe.
give me a subadmin.
Yeah, you got some.
Duck.
You'll probably be able to upload now. Just a minute.
There you go.
Okay.
I had no
So
permission to upload.
yeah. That okay.
File transfer complete.
File transfer complete. Just like that. There's screenshot. There it is. So where is it? There you go. IRL, and I'm gonna add um, um, window.
Before you ask, that's actually me above the over the team speak.
Yeah, that's
There is
him,
me.
but
So don't
but
think we are actually dissing someone.
no.
That's just me.
I couldn't. I especially asked for a picture where you cannot see his full face, and
Well, it's actually not full
this was
face, but whatever.
and this was
This
the
will do.
best option. So here's the screenshot, and as you can see, uh, it is translated from English to Hungarian, and the sentence "no memes in chat or emotes," so you cannot create an emote on chat which is a meme or something like that, is not translated. But it should be translated because it's just a
So
simple
it
sentence.
translated. So it translated from no memes in chat or emotes to no speaking or feelings.
What is happening? Actually, what? What? What?
Well, alright, Google Translate is not always the best, but hey,
What is happening?
what is
Okay,
happening?
put this aside. It's not a big deal.
Not a big deal. Anyway,
Okay, no activity in chat.
chat's
So
ugly.
chat's dead.
Dead
Or I
channel,
just
please.
got banned from from both platforms. So who
Now you're
knows?
still alive.
Okay, so taking the actual creators, not internet creators like YouTube or Twitch or whatever, the people who made the brand, made the plan for the building or something like that. So
Basically, photographers.
no, no, no. Like for example, you have a brand, uh, for example, Puma, and you made logo. The logo is yours. You own the rights to it.
Yeah.
That's okay. So those are the creators that I'm talking about. The people who have the brand.
Oh,
Puma.
Adidas.
Yeah,
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 yeah.
yeah. Basically everything that has a logo and it is popular. So their stuff will be protected better. That also applies to music. I'm fine with that because they have put in really fucking hard work to uh, to make their product popular or at least known to the public. I'm okay with that. And they will actually get paid for it, or else the people who used their material unrightfully will be getting a warning to not use it. That's okay. I'm fine with that. The creators are really into this topic that there are some creators that actually approve of the article, the 13 article and the 11th article. I don't know. Those Article 13 and Article 11 they approve of. But here comes the but. I uh, I read several articles about this whole thing, and what I could filter from it is that if you take a picture where there is a famous building in the background, or there is a T-shirt or a hoodie on or whatever on you, some clothing that has a logo or whatever that is a brand or something like that, that picture will be taken down because you use their material unrightfully.
I don't think so that clothes are actually bannable.
Most articles state that
Most of them,
and
but not really.
it's enough. So I'm quite concerned about this, and I asked my IT teacher if we could discuss this topic a little better in the future because I actually want to know how this goes. What is actually like 100% from beginning to finish? What is Article 13? Because I just read articles and articles from news sources, from really trustworthy news sources. What is happening with Article 13? What is happening to the internet by Article 13? Um, and what I could understand is that if there is something in a picture or a video that belongs to a big brand, it will be banned. And what I also read was if you would like to, for example, create a gameplay video, you don't own the rights to record anything from the video. Even though the creators and publishers of these games actually state that you can do it because most of the game publishers have a separate site uh, on their website. That's lame saying. Oh shit, I can't English. So, for example, if you go to Bethesda, they have a page on their website. Yeah, page is the right word. So they have a page on their website. Hold on. Good thing that I don't have a chat overlay in OBS now.
Exactly.
uh, so where was I? Yeah. So the publishers of the games tell you that there are some restrictions of what you can do with the game about recording it and stuff. Uh, so you have the right to record it, but in certain borders.
We have every right to record until the mouse comes in.
Yeah, so basically, I don't know what is actually happening because most of these news sources state what I actually read that you cannot record any game because you don't own the right to it because it's another one's product and someone else made it. So fuck you, you cannot create any content of any game. And I've been doing a lot of stuff lately on Twitter. I actually started using a lot more than I used to. And YouTube on their Twitter page is actually like panicking about creators even though they shit on them nowadays.
Exactly. Go ahead, check Twitter, hashtag article 13, I think. That's what's the
Yes,
hashtag
so
about.
hashtag article 13, hashtag save your internet,
And
and
all that jazz.
yeah, so these.
Let's just not taking let's just not take it too far because we're going to be banned.
Yeah, I'm prepared to be banned actually. So I was like, if I come home, I will make this stream and I don't give a single damn about getting banned or not. I'm gonna download this video if I can.
Why don't you just record it together? Your computer can't handle it at the same time.
Not really, and I don't have a lot of free space left, so
You have a terabyte space.
I already put it full almost.
You
So,
have to be fucking kidding me.
I'm not.
Right, never mind. Let's get back to
Okay,
the.
so YouTube on Twitter is actually really freaking worried about the creators because creators aren't the guys and girls who make vlogs. Creators are the guys and girls who, for example, record gameplay or do stuff like that. And not just the gamers, actually, the vloggers will be affected as well because
What
they.
if meme creators don't want to copyright their memes, so it's free to use?
Yeah, so I didn't take this in consideration, but actually, this could be an option. So, if they explicitly state that they are not copyrighting their
What is it like?
material.
2 years before it became the law, actually.
Yeah, so we have actually 2 years until it becomes a law. Uh, i- so we should do something about it. And there are protesters all around the world already. Twitter is blowing up, actually. It hashtag article 13 is everywhere, basically. So, and the weird thing is that
Or are we at
that
still internet creator side? Or
yeah.
are we still at the
Well,
creator
actually,
side?
we have come to internet creators. So what I noted is no memes in chat only no memes in chat or emotes. So you cannot
Oh yeah,
use
I
any of
remember
them.
that. I remember that. One of the girls emote on Twitch got actually rejected because she has an asthma.
That's that. I wonder which emotes will be rejected next. because there will be some emote rejection. I I assure you, because as you know, most platforms want to comply with the EU. For example, when they started this GDPR thing, all of the platforms which wanted to exist in the EU, or they wanted to
Remember when?
be,
Wait. Remember when America tried to control their internet? They
yeah,
fucking failed.
they failed. They actually failed. And when they tried to do that, Twitter blew up as well. That point,
So
it
we
was
are
like
going to blow up.
hashtag net neutrality, and I actually tweeted about it.
It's actually the same thing, except that's net neutrality in America, and here is
It's
the
like
Article
Article
13.
13. So
Yeah,
basic, uh,
it's is the same. We
the
just have to
the
fight.
concept is the same, but the EU is just trash. What are you thinking? I don't want to get into politics, but it's falling apart now. They Most of the states that are in EU are dividing. They are going two separate ways. There are some states that go away, and there are some states that go the other way, and it isn't really a union anymore. And they want to make it forced. They the actual the start plan was to make it like the United States of America, that union kind of. But these states that are here were uh, sovereign countries from the get-go, and you cannot just make it like, whoop, this is a one fucking thing, and you can do whatever you want. You cannot unite nations who were separate from each other from the beginning. That's not gonna work, and you can see it right now, 2019, European Union. That's that. Okay, stop it. The next one I noted is only IRL videos.
Average internet dweller side, eh?
That's gonna be the next big topic, but I just want to finish the internet creator
Oh,
side of
sure,
things.
sure. Go ahead.
So only IRL videos like this. So talk shows, ASMR, just chatting,
We are
programming.
getting censored if we talk about this. I'm pretty sure about that.
Yeah, this video will probably be taken down. This video, like, I think 80%, there's an 80% chance that this video will be taken down. And I hope that someone is watching and just recording, or I don't care. Just do something about it,
Record it, clip it on Twitch.
and
We don't give a
and
fuck.
spread the word. It's
Save,
already
save your internet.
spreading. It's already spreading like wildfire over all the internet, but it's not quick enough. And I just want to take part in this, protesting against these rules, laws, whatever. I just want to
Laws, yeah.
express my protest against this.
Same here.
So only IRL videos, because as I stated, they want to not really, censor every content that is like a gameplay or something like that, because it's not the streamers, um what is it, it not doesn't belong to the streamers. So for example, if I tried to play some music which is copyrighted, it's already protected, because Twitch will take it down, or it won't take it down, it will just mute the clip. Like
Yeah, just like in Twitch,
mute
they just
that
mute
part
it.
in the live stream, like the video on demand that you can watch back later. But in Article 13, they want to make it more uh, stricter or more strict, I don't know. Uh, and when you play some music that is not yours or something like that, you will get a warning that the next time, or you, for example, you get a strike. Like on YouTube, when they copyright strike you, you get a strike, and if you get enough strikes, you will be freaking banned. And I'm not sure that you will not get actually cited to pay what you did for what you did. And for example, I already talked about this. For example, if you want to record some gameplay, you cannot because
You cannot record like guns inside of it, I think.
I don't know. But as far as I know, what you cannot do is like record gameplay because that content isn't yours. If you are a game developer and that uh, that game is yours, you can record that. That's okay because it is yours. But if the game is not yours, like you bought it from Steam for like 15 bucks, you cannot. You cannot. And the next thing I made a note of is blank backgrounds and outfit. So this goes back to the logos and stuff. Uh, Even though you bought the T-shirt, you paid for the company at least a little bit, and it's already an advertisement for the company. For example, if I wore a Puma shirt or a hoodie, it will be sort of a uh, an advertisement to the company that, ooh, look at that guy, he's wearing a Puma shirt or hoodie or whatever. It's cool and all. The Puma is a good brand, actually. Not sponsored. I wish I was. But you cannot do that anymore on the internet because it will get copyrighted, basically, or something like that.
This is why am I wearing only gray stuff.
Yeah, and the background, uh, even the background cannot be anything like there isn't allowed to be anything that is brand related or belongs to another company because it's not yours. The logo isn't yours. The design isn't yours. It's not yours, basically. And my dad made a theory about this, a conspiration theory, that they just want to make you pay more. And I sort of approve of this theory because if you want to use that, you will have to buy the rights to use it, and it's just more and more income. And that, my people, is capitalism in a really extremist or like a really extreme form. That not even capitalism, it's like far beyond that. And I'm kind of pissed, to be honest, because
This is all diplomacy, mate.
I don't want to pay for stuff. I mean, I don't want to pay extra for the stuff that I already own. For example, if I have a game on my Steam account that I want to stream, I will check the site of the game's publisher. And if they tell me that, okay, you can record a video or live stream, but for example, you cannot monetize it or put any ads on it, I will be like, okay, no ads, no monetization, just the game. And actually, I cannot monetize my videos because I don't have like 1,000 subscribers. So that's that. But anyway, you cannot. And so I approve these terms of use, and I just make a video. But according to the stuff that I read about Article 13, which are from reliable sources, you cannot do that. You will not be able to do that anymore. So that's that. And going to the next topic, which is about people who just spend their time on the internet and like post photos or videos about their family holiday or whatever. So this applies to regular people, like this part of the internet, that you cannot upload anything that has copyrighted material, which can be buildings, actually. Some buildings are copyrighted, and I recently watched a video about a guy talking about this topic. Like in France, I don't care. For example, in Paris, not only the Eiffel Tower at night is copyrighted, but some buildings are still copyrighted, and you cannot include them in videos, photos, and those videos, photos, and other content that has any sort of copyrighted material will be taken down. You posted something, it has some material taken down, like it didn't even exist, and that's it. Next is okay. I think I said everything that I wanted. So basically, that's that. So Article 13 will be a bitch.
What about average internet dweller? Yeah, I can't English.
Dwellers.
Dweller side.
So, uh,
What about that?
it will be a piece of shit to them too. Like this, as far as I know, and I can understand stuff about it, will be bad, and we cannot really do anything about it. And the funny thing is that okay, people who are sitting in the European Parliament and stuff like those high level shit are older and and stuff because they actually learned, I assume, politics and stuff to get there. It it is true most of the time, but
They
not
learned and
entirely.
modified politics, so whatever.
Yes,
Everything is fucking lie. It's a
and
fucking
they
joke. Let me
are
tell you, wake the fuck up.
and they are way older than we are. So the generation who lives on the internet now is around 12 to 25 on average. And the people who control this whole thing are around 50 to 75 on average. So there is a massive gap, age gap, the generation gap between the people who try to control this and the people who actually use it. I have a grandma who is 68. Yeah, 68 now. She's 68. And she uses the internet pretty fine. So she has a tablet, she can use it, and she has a computer and she actually works on it. She's a writer, and she has published many books now, like five. And she's a journalist as well, like a hobby journalist and a hobby writer. Uh, uh, but she needs the internet for research. And if you cannot access anything for research, you can just throw it all away because it's not accessible anymore to everyone. And the the basic principle of the internet was to be accessible for everyone. Okay, we can argue about this. everyone because there are the countries that actually don't even have electricity, don't even have fresh water to deal with. But there was recently a charity live stream from a really famous YouTuber who raised like a huge amount of money to a charity thing to get water to people who need it. And that is the good thing about the first world because there are people who try to have the third world so they can get water. But back to the topic of the accessible for everyone.
You okay, mate?
It's just bad. I mean, if you do this, the internet will not be free anymore. It wasn't really free because, for example, there is North Korea or like some countries, China, for example, who who which uses like internet filters, but we don't need this. It's not obligatory or something like that because okay, we were limited already, but that limitation was enough. That was enough already. We want to express ourselves on the internet. And that's why we go there. We go there to watch someone express themselves or we want to express ourselves. And we will not be able to do that anymore that freely that we can right now. And that is a major concern. And I don't know what to and I don't know what to say anymore because we're in really fucking deep shit right now. Like neck deep.
We're among the demons. Oh wait, never mind.
So this is a major problem. And I hope that the protesters talk some shit into the minds of these people to be like, hey, this isn't good.
Hey, that's illegal.
And now if I try to drink from this Coke bottle, I cannot do that anymore because I will have to tape it down. Because it's like, oh, copyrighted. The logo is copyrighted. You will get a copyright strike or an Article 13 strike or what the fuck. I don't know. So we're in deep trouble now, and I would like some people to express their thoughts about this whole thing because it's everyone's. It's for everyone actually. Hold on, just a minute. I'm gonna tweet this live stream. uh, hold on.
Or still getting fucking flamed in a chat? No, okay.
Oh shit. I hope I don't have a keylogger.
Hope so.
Yeah, I don't want to leak my password or anything.
Ah, just accidentally it switches to fucking desktop view.
Oof. Hold on, save my internet. Integrator Okay, it's out. Alright. I hope we can get this to like reach people because I don't want to talk into nothing. Talk to the wall. But I feel a bit better now that I took my part in protesting against the Article 13. And I will do the same if I have to. Again, and again, and again. And I will try to download this live stream to my computer, and if it gets taken down, I will upload it again, again, and again, and if I will get banned for it, I will create 100 new accounts if I have to, and upload it again, again, and again until they approve. And if I will get taken down, that is actually against free speech.
Knock, knock, knock. Honvédség, könnyed, ne.
So if this live stream gets taken down, that is actually against free speech, and if that happens, that might lead to some serious consequences, and I will actually contact YouTube if this live stream gets taken down, because I have, and we all have the right to express ourselves in a way that we want. Hold on a little bit. I will mute myself and you can talk, but I will have to mute myself for a bit.
It's going to scream and ain't it? Well then, we're alone I guess. Fucking voice crack, I swear. I got nothing to say really.
I'm back.
Alright.
Hold on, I need to back. Okay, so
Did you
I
scream yourself out already?
what?
Did you scream yourself out?
No, my mom came in, so and I don't want to stream out that I spoke and stuff.
Oh.
That's private. And
Ah.
also about being private, let's turn our attention to privacy.
Privacy. No pics taken by you of something famous.
So let's see. That's just a whole different topic, not even on Article 13.
Well, you just wrote that. It's in the script, so whatever.
Yeah, I know, but we'll return to that in a bit.
No selfies with branded outfits, we spoke about that already. No holiday photos with famous buildings in background. We also spoke about that, right? It's not here again. We're just waiting for him then. Since I got really nothing to say. And I have no idea where we are at the moment.
where was I? Yeah. Okay, returning to the script. So,
I asked if we was at no holiday photos with famous buildings and background.
oh yeah,
If there was
so
it already.
yeah, I mentioned like
Because we spoke
Paris.
about no selfies with branded fit already, so I
Yeah,
asked
we did.
if there's no holiday photos with famous background in the background in it.
Yeah, so you're not allowed to do that because it will be probably taken down.
I got
And
really
we
nothing to say, obviously.
and we reached a topic that is a bit more unsure than the other ones. Uh, no pics taken by you of something famous. So, for example, you have a camera. Hold on. So you have a camera, let's say, like this. It's a really old camera from like 2007. And you just turn it on, if it will, but it doesn't. Of course, fail on me when I most need you. Maybe it's battery got drained because like the shutdown sequence
Better is that, I guess.
is not good. Yeah, never mind. So you have a camera like this, and you want to take some pictures where you are on holiday. So, for example, if you go abroad and you want to take a picture of something famous, bloop, you take it. That's okay. But if you want to
Way to
But
do
if you want
an
to
officer
upload it, you're
hours.
in a big fucking trouble, man. You might get into trouble for it. So, for example, if you go to London and take a picture of the Tower Bridge and you try to upload it, you might get a strike or a warning from any company that is is related to the whole thing. Uh, like you have to take down that picture or we will take it down or the Facebook will take it down because uh, platforms, as I mentioned, platforms have to comply with the EU. And remember when GDPR got introduced?
Aye.
Every website now asks if you want cookies and shit.
A sec.
So that is GDPR. They have to ask for your consent if if you want to use or if you want to get cookies and advertising stuff. Yeah, the battery got drained. God damn it. Never mind. So they will have to ask you for that. But if Article 13 gets into law form, they will also have to ask for it, and if they also will have to comply with Article 13, and that will lead to major restrictions on using the internet in the EU. And that's a big thing because if we get limited access to the internet, that's against a lot of stuff that I can't even mention. But I know that there are some stuff that provides the average people who have enough money who can afford like internet or access to something that you can use it in the way it's intended to be used. But this whole thing is a major restriction, and if they say that this is a law and you cannot do anything about it because it's a law, and if you do something about it, you are going against the law and you might get into jail. What? Because, as you know, if you go against the law, any law, you might get a warning. or a fine to pay, or in extreme situations.
Rather a fine to pay actually. Sorry, I got back.
So if they might fine you for doing some stuff, or you have to do a sentence like, and that's not good. And I'm afraid that the internet, the freedom of the internet, is at risk now.
5 years, 5 to 10 years of what? Freedom loss, I think.
So that's that. Good job, EU Parliament, voting against the people. Nice. I appreciate that. And at least 1 million people appreciate that as well. And I hope this message will get out and it won't be taken down because this is some major shit that we're going through. And I tried to make it planned, but it I'm just
They
ranting.
failed once. They want to do it for a second time, actually.
I hope they won't get through because that's really fucking bad, man. Okay. So we actually covered everything that I wrote in this note. Uh, I just want to briefly get into the new technology that is 5G mobile network, and I briefly want to mention the concerns that I have about privacy. Because privacy nowadays is a big topic. Like, it's really mentioned and stuff. So, I have another note on my phone. I wrote concerns about ISPs knowing everything, concerns about 5G and its effects on health, concerns about the theoretical concept of forcing users to buy Google Home and stuff. Yeah, I get a bit overboard with that, but I think you can get the idea. So, first of all, let's talk about 5G because it's less related to politics. Even though I set the the topic of this live stream on YouTube to politics and like related to politics anyway. So 5G, as you know, it's a new technology which will make us able to stream 4K content to our phone, basically, without any hiccups. That's good. Okay, I approve of that. But who the actual fuck needs 4K content on their mobile phone on the go, and why?
Seriously though,
It,
phones
it,
can't even have fucking 4K
and it's not
resolution.
necessary.
And some of the processors can't even bloody handle it.
That's right. So, okay. So, for example, if you have a phone like this, it's an LG K3 LTE 2017, and I have a restricted mobile plan, which is 1 gigabyte of mobile traffic per month. And I'm fine with high speed packet data access. What is it? HSDPA. I know the abbreviation, but what does it stand for? Hold on. HSDPA. High speed downlink packet access. So it's the little and the small letter H above the bars on your phone, like 3G, H, and then 4G or LTE. And I'm perfectly fine with HSDPA. It's perfectly fine. It loads Twitter, loads YouTube, loads everything that I need. And if I want to watch 720p videos, it will load it. and there's no need for LTE. I don't need it. And people who have better phones than me, it's okay, they will use 4G if they want to, but it isn't necessary to stream 4K fucking content to your phone when you're on the go. And someone explained it to me. Why do you need this fucking bandwidth? And why do you need this? Okay, this is a technological advancement. But if it's just for the money and for getting more money by forcing users to switch from HSDPA to 4G or even 5G, that's that's like being a shitty person. That's like being a shitty company. That's like being a fucking bad thing for the whole fucking world because we don't need it. It isn't necessary. And also, if they want to force users to switching new stuff, they will have to buy that. And there is a fucking conspiracy theory that companies want more money out of the fucking sheep. But we and I, my friends, and most people who study IT or anything that is related to this, they aren't sheep. They don't belong to the ship, and they exactly know what will happen here. This is getting Infowars style. But let's keep it PG. No, don't keep it PG. Let me just let it out. Let it all out. Okay, so you don't need 5G. You don't. Even though you have like a $1,000 phone, for example, iPhone X, which has like 512 gigs of internal storage. It can handle 8K or whatever. I don't care. But that phone is still shit. You know why? Because if you just bend it a little bit, the whole screen cracks. Just like my voice. But let's face it, iPhone X is not worth it. But back to our topic. So 5G, it's not worth it at all. And there are major concerns about health issues because I read an article that they recently ran some experiments with 5G in Germany, I think maybe Frankfurt, but I'm not sure. And birds started falling off the sky dead because the microwaves of 5G cooked their brain and they died because of 5G.
How do you know this, by the way? Could you send me the bloody source?
Uh,
Later on.
hold on, I can even Google it up now. Uh, oh, not in Germany, the Netherlands. Hmm, hold on. There was another. Quora. Um. Anyway, I don't care what the internet says if it's like. But I read that, and I also read that in some regions, since they enabled 5G experimental towers, people are having headaches constantly and they don't feel good. They feel sick. And only since the 5G tower got enabled. And this true or false, I don't care, but it is still plausible because 5G uses a much more powerful bandwidth that that are that can lead to this headaches and dizziness and everything that is related to your brain inside your fucking skull. And if 5G penetrates your skull so much that you don't feel well from it, it's just not worth it.
Our nerve systems is very weak as well, so we won't even survive it.
So let's just imagine the fact that we already use 5 gigahertz Wi Fi, we already use LTE, we are constantly being surrounded by radiation. Like, okay, there is cosmic background radiation and the basic radiation of the whole environment measured in sieverts. I know that. I've been recently to a nuclear plant tour and they explained all of this. I'm not that stupid, you know. Anyway, I know this that there are some kinds of background radiation that comes from everything, but that that is something else. But this kind of radiation is not healthy at all. For example, I don't have a 5 gigahertz router. I have a 2.4 gigahertz router. And it's perfectly fine and it can even uh, put Wi-Fi signals outside of this wall that is to the left of me, and to the left is the street. And I live on the fucking second floor, and I can still get the Wi-Fi signal from our home down in the parking lot. And some say that there isn't radiation on the streets. Imagine if people have 2.4 gigahertz routers along the street. All of those routers are emitting radiation to you, and it's not as harmful as you might think, but it's still harmful in some ways. But then there is 5G, which causes headaches, so that's better, I guess, because it's fucking faster and I can watch 4K porn on my phone.
Relax, man.
You don't need that. It's not necessary for life, but for some people,
Do
for
you know
some
what I
people it
had to
is.
set for my router up? I had to set channel 11 to work
Yeah, because probably because
because I
it,
can barely hit 11 because it's
probably
always
because
changing.
your neighborhood is so crowded with Wi-Fi routers that it just gets lost.
Actually, they're the building the office house and the market at my in my district
So you're surrounded by a lot of
by a
Wi-Fi,
fuck ton of metal.
and yeah, so basically your Wi-Fi router is struggling to get anything. And
Yeah.
as we know, if something that transmits signals is struggling to do that, it will boost the signal to be more stronger. And phones do that too. And for example, if you're holding your phone right next to your head and the signal gets worse,
I'll send
it
you
will
the screenshot in
boost.
private.
Okay, it will boost the signal that it's emitting. And okay, we'll get fucking brain cancer anyway, and we will get any kind of cancer anyway. Did you notice that in the latest century, people are getting more and more cancer than usual, and it's supposed to be? Okay, this might be a conspiracy theory again, but I think that the increase in
I've
cancer-related
sent it.
stuff can be connected to the radiation around us. It's not entirely, it cannot be entirely outruled because that's that. Anyway, so we don't need 5G because no one needs to watch 4K VR porn on the train.
And in Hungary, there's no possibility to get a 5G network out of here.
There are some areas that I pass through when I go to school where there isn't any sort of signal, not even edge.
Except if it's
All,
UPC.
all of the bars go down on my phone and I can get reception in that area. And it's like 2 miles away from the capital, or even one.
The, the capital is not even far from here.
Yeah,
We're
so
still getting shit
so
connections or signals here.
so we don't need 5G basically. It's unnecessary. It's unnecessary investment of money. But companies don't care about it. Fuck the people. They will get sick. They will get tumors of the radiation. We don't care. It's more money to us. Capitalism.
Not
Uh,
capitalism. Well, capitalism and democracy at the same fucking time.
Next thing, privacy. Speaking of privacy, private internet access. I had
No,
to do this.
no.
I had to do this. Sorry, I had to. So, we're getting all serious back now. Okay. So, talking about privacy, I recently got very concerned that who can and cannot see what I'm fucking doing on my computer. And I already know that ISPs can see what I'm doing. Well, they won't probably care, but they can see. And I don't want to for ISPs to see what I'm doing because it's none of their business. It's my private stuff. They don't well, okay, they have the right to monitor me because it's in the terms of use that my parents signed when we got internet in here, when we moved in. But it's still being a shitty company. And okay, all of the ISPs around the world do that to monitor, and they say that it's to filter out terrorism and shit. Well, then put a bot on it, and if a keyword shows up, monitor that. But for example, if a dude wants to just fap in their private time, it's none of your fucking business what is he watching. They may be just watching some furry stuff.
That was
I,
just
I
an example, actually.
I just wanted to say something that gets to the point. So, for example, if you just want to beat your meat in your free time, that is not your ISP's business.
True.
You pay for the service. You pay for it. You want you pay. You have access to everything that they provide. And thankfully, in the EU, there is no filters yet. Article 13 is coming. There are no filters to like filter out porn or filter out anything, basically. But if you want to do some research, for example, on Second World War stuff, that is none of their business either. But if you want to make bombs, it's it's not it isn't still the ISP's business. It's the business of the fucking police and authorities. If you want to make a bomb, but for example, if you Google how to make a bomb, they can you can get on watch list and you will get on watch list. But if, for example, if you want to do that for a presentation, how to make a bomb, uh, in school, you won't probably make a presentation on how to make a bomb, but for example, on the Molotov cocktail, you probably will do a presentation. For example, if you want to talk about Russian stuff and in World War II and shit, and 1956 in Hungary, the revolution, uh, the guys used Molotov against Russian tanks. That's a fact.
That is true, actually.
But
They
but
used it around our block.
yeah. You live very close to there.
Yeah, there's actually holes in the wall still.
Yeah. So, but if you Google up how to make a Molotov cocktail, they might put you on watch list. You probably will get on a watch list, but if if they still monitor you and they will get results like how to bake this and this, how to do that and that, or some math problem, not math like this. They don't even do that with math. They do. I don't know. I don't do drugs. Uh, a mathematics problem to be more precise. uh, they won't probably put you off watch list. You'll still be there, but it's not their concern. But if you are planning a terrorist attack, you will probably use the dark web. But the packets that are for the dark web will get encrypted. So
Or
for
in worst case, you're gonna get fucking shot in the head by a sniper rifle.
yeah, so kids don't use the dark web for watching porn, basically.
Yep.
Okay, so for example, if you use it because you're concerned about privacy, I can understand it because I'm too. And I think Tor browser encrypts your traffic, and you can do that.
It doesn't encrypt by default, so you have
But
to
you can,
encrypt
but
it
I think
yourself.
you can set it to encrypt. I don't know.
You can, but that's weak. It's it's easy hackable.
But
Hackable easily.
the ISP won't be carrying, won't.
It won't carry because it thinks it's a safe area.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, it's actually not.
There is a
I'll be
risk.
back in a minute.
Okay, there is a risk to using the dark web. Not because you might get sold there. Maybe I'm on sale now, and 50% off. uh, on some sick site, but you might get on tracklist and shit. So kids do not use the dark web and dark web browsers to watch porn because that's risky. And okay, I suggest if you can just use incognito mode. But if you're concerned about privacy, you can use VPNs like NordVPN, private internet access, just to name a few. Or there are some virus antivirus software that come with a built-in VPN, and most VPNs sorry, most free VPNs come with a limited data plan, so you might use just 1 GB or 512 megabytes of data in one session or for the whole month, but you will still be able to get some encrypted. What the fuck is that? I recently installed Glassfire and something popped up which
I'm back.
shouldn't have. You know Glassfire, right?
Gloss.
The
I'm not
program,
quite sure.
the program that monitors your internet activity. Uh,
Oh yeah.
I just got a notification from it that there was uh, an updater module. Uh, oh, that's Lightshot. Okay. Um, hold on. Um, oh, here it is. Yeah, I'm that concerned about privacy and shit that I installed Glasswire. What is this? Lightshot updater. Okay. Apparently that's Lightshot. That's like a screenshot utility. Uh, so hold on, where was I? Uh, I lost my train of thought. Shit.
I'm not sure what you were speak about either because I was deaf.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, VPNs, limited
I
traffic.
think we were at VPN last time I was here.
So it gets your traffic encrypted, and in theory, your ISP won't be able to see what you're browsing. So that kind of summarizes my concerns about privacy because if I want to browse the internet, I don't want anyone to see what I'm browsing. Even if it's just a recipe for a cookie, it's my business what kind of cookie I just want to eat. And GDPR, in that perspective, was a good decision because you can select what kind of ads do you want to get and what kind of cookies that do you want to get because some websites are digging you through your cookies to get the best personalized advertisements for you, but it's just fucking snooping. It's just snooping. What you do, what what you're interested in, and they will keep a sort of list about you that what you do, what what
Have you saw
stuff.
the screenshot I sent you over on Messenger?
Not yet. Hold on. I will check it in a bit.
And I also brought you in private on TeamSpeak.
Yeah, I read that. That
That's how weak our Wi-Fi signals. But and I live here half an hour away from the capital.
uh, so basically, I just want you people to be aware that uh, that what is happening around you and on the internet. So, in summary, the freedom of the internet is at risk in the EU with Article 13. Your privacy is also in risk on the internet all around the world. And a good advice, do not use dark web browsers to watch porn. Basically, that's it. That's a TLDR. Oh, no, TLDW. Too long didn't watch. Summary. So, Article 13 is shit. It shouldn't have been voted for because it's against our freedom, or sort of freedom that we have now to post whatever we want. And if we want to express ourselves in memes, let us do so. Even though it's copyrighted, it's part of the internet. And we don't, for example, there is the shooting stars meme, you know, and we don't use the whole song, there's just a clip of there. Or there is a to be continued meme, the yes roundabout. We don't use the whole song either, just a clip. And if those people have humor, they will find it funny, and they will probably approve that we use their song, the part of their song, a part of their song. They'll probably approve it. The next thing is that the freedom of using whatever, posting whatever we want. Okay, we shouldn't post. We shouldn't post like nude pics to Facebook and stuff, or someone getting impaled by.
Please stop sending dick pics to fucking girls. Your dick is small. Fuck off.
Also that. So um, if you do that, I have uh an acquaintance, a girl who went on a website Talk, to be precise, to get more followers. And she received dick pics in her DM because of that. So, girls, don't be stupid, don't go for the followers. It's not worth it. Even though it gets you a good feeling that you feel happy about it. Yes, I have a 1000 followers. It's not worth it because you will be terrified for life because you will get so fucking many dick pics. And guys, don't be that sick. Don't. Okay, that's that. Next thing, we should be able to post whatever we want in like certain borders, like, but don't post nudity or like people torn apart. Only in like closed groups, like dark humor. Because I was part of a dark humor uh, group. There was some gore in there. Yeah, I remember that. But yeah, if you're not into dark humor, you will not appreciate it. But that that's why we have closed groups on Facebook. That is the option for it. So that's that. Just keep the freedom of the internet and be copyrighted. I mean, copyright is okay because if the artist or the creator works with it really hard, it's their right to get paid for it. But if they rate it to like a stupidly high price, or I don't know. So basically, there are advantages and major disadvantages to Article 13. Privacy, if you're concerned, use a VPN. Period. And I think that's it.
Yeah, that should be it.
I was talking for 1 hour straight. Nice. So, thanks for listening. I hope that there will be people who watch the whole video and they will spread the word. And I hope that this video won't get taken down. I hope so. Uh, so yeah, if this video gets taken down, I'm going straight to YouTube because it's the limitation of freedom of speech. It is, and it's mostly political. Because if I cannot express what I think about the European Union's decision about Article 13, it's just politics. Politics all over the place. And I don't want to get involved really with politics, but you cannot avoid it. And I hope the microphone picked up what I said. Okay, so thanks for being here, everyone. I try to make less rant videos, but Article
I think
13
this is the longest we've made, I think.
the longest talking
Yeah.
video that we made.
Yeah,
Uh,
because the last one was speaking of different languages, I believe.
I
I
anyway,
already forgot.
anyway, thanks for being here. I hope this video will get any sort of attention, and I
Also, any sort of fucking sense.
yeah, and I don't want to get Article 13 pushed through, but they will push it anyway. So EU will become a fucking shit place for anyone on the internet. Be prepared for that, people. Okay, so I was Hexagon. I had Astram with me, and we are signing off.
Cheers.
Goodbye.